Um. So go ahead and roll. Everyone roll perception other than Taslin.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I see.
Finally turning up now.
Thanks.
Perceptions are pretty much starting off where they left off.
The Jeremy actually being able to see some shit. So
Everything's coming up the house.
let's see, Jeremy, you definitely see the big old dragon headed your direction. One of your lost companions has rejoined you.
Oh, cool.
Daddy.
But you're the only one that sees it. The other guys are just kind of just looking around, hanging out,
And look at my balls again.
you know, starting to put out the fire and everything.
Oh, hey,
Chilling,
Brad.
relaxing, acting all cool.
I'm sorry, did you say something?
That was me, like, yelling for our friend.
Nick, that's you.
Oh, sorry. I literally did not hear any of that go on, so. Hazard pad.
Did you bring any materials? And how did you end up back in here?
I brought go ahead.
Huh?
Oh yeah. I forgot you had those.
So,
I almost killed him with goats.
Jesus.
all right, Jeremy, you also notice your construct is not moving. He seems as if he was frozen. Like it got too cold at night and he just stopped.
Did we put out the fire a little early?
No, you guys just now put out the fire. He just stopped moving.
I go and I tap him in the shoulder.
He's stiff. How hard did you tap him? Do a strength check.
You killed him.
That definitely. I think that hits his arm. That hits his armor class, doesn't it? I can't see his armor.
What is his armor class?
It says 11.
Oh, God.
Jesus.
Definitely hit him.
That's not right. That's definitely not right. Being a tank.
Yeah.
23.
Mine's higher than that.
23.
Oh, shit.
But-
Jesus.
But with your strength of 18, his body just crumbles.
Oh, shit.
So his pieces of his body, his legs and his hands, his his feet are just kind of just a pile.
He's in peace.
As he does this, I start laying his body back out, like trying to put his arm back on. I'm like,
It's not doing anything.
Can we do? Would that be perception or investigation to see like if we can see any clues? I guess as to what happened.
That would be medicine.
Oh, shit. All right.
what is it?
Yep. Yeah, I got nothing.
No, you thought he died in his sleep.
Yep. I assist him in trying to put him back together.
So he
We-
crumbles around when he sleeps.
Oh, we do have a doctor in the group, don't we? I don't know why the doctor's not doing stuff. He just watched the body just fall apart and nothing.
Ah, it's fine. It's fine. This happens.
It happens.
Funny thing is, Raz is also a construct, so
No, I'm not.
you're a bunch of warlocks put together.
Construct's a loose term.
Dicks.
No, I don't know about technically a bunch of warlocks. Just a bunch of sacrifice.
Bunch of sacrifices.
Good. That's even better.
Okay, I'll roll my medicine. Let's see. I get what? Double to it though, so an extra 2 on.
Yeah, you get a +2 on whatever you roll. 14. I'll give you that. It just seems like the fluid that was supplying basically his blood flow stopped.
That's not how any of this is supposed to work.
Someone didn't put them together right.
So, Jeremy, also with your 24 perception, you notice the wolf has started approaching your guys' camp since you guys have put out the fire.
I go stealth.
Roll it. Nope.
You trip over a leg.
You think you're stealth.
I'm gonna pull out my torch. That fancy torch set is in my has its own character sheet apparently.
Well, that's it. So, you guys have a torch on, like,
Torch.
but now it's like, you know, it's starting to be.
Look, I got a torch.
So it's about, you know, it's starting to get daylight. So what are you guys gonna do? You guys got your construct that fell apart, and now you got a wolf approaching. This probably
You
a,
got a backpack?
Anybody got animal handling?
I think someone has a backpack. Other than Roy. Any-
Okay.
anyone?
A backpack that will hold said
Body part?
body parts.
Oh, well, yeah, I can throw them on my bag.
Technically, he can, because that's considered raw material.
Because he's all pieces now.
He's gone to pieces on us, like a normal.
Because he's not considered living.
Alright, guess it's going in my bag.
So how are you gonna put him in your bag?
Piece by piece.
I assume we were gonna shovel them, kind of shovel them in, like piece by piece.
Are you taking off your bag, or are you?
Oh. No, I was just gonna I was gonna take. Yeah.
Because the way I have this, your group really doesn't know about your bag. They know you wear
What?
they know you wear a backpack, but that's about it.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. I take it off. So
1d4.
Slowly. Yeah, like that. I just like making things weird here.
That's not how you do this.
Are you gonna roll there, Roy?
trying to. I got the space. Oh, that hurt.
It didn't show up. Huh. Ooh, that hurt a lot. So he takes his bag and comes off with this. You just hear.
Oh, gross. Like my butthole.
Are you setting the bag down on the ground?
First, I'm gonna sit it down. Just
So, Jared, you set this bag down on the ground. You're looking at your bag and you notice that it looks it looks at Book's body, and it just starts crawling, just sucking up piece after piece.
That's gross.
Oh, the bag starts sucking it up and eating it.
Yep.
What? What? What?
Where's wrong with you?
Well, I know about this bag. Such bag, right?
You notice that you know it's living, but you didn't know it was an actual. It's a leech. It operates. It operates like the bag of holding. So it is.
But for raw materials.
Yep. So it has sucked up Jared's body. It is inside the bag now.
All right.
So Jared is in. So if Jeremy's bag, if the leech dies, Jared is lost to the astral plane.
Kill the
That's
bag.
weird.
I mean, don't kill the bag.
So the bag. Let's go ahead and. You look at the bag and it's still drooling. It's still hungry.
I pick it back up, throw it back on my side.
So you notice it starts like bouncing up and down like it's yay.
The happy bag.
Well, it's happy that it's going back to Dad.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, that animal magnetism,
All right. Well.
Animal magnetism? Well, then there's an animal over there.
All right. So but you guys didn't know. With who was it? Who did the? Jimmy did a perception or did a history check before you guys started up camp. You guys know wolves hunting packs.
That means there are more.
But I do have a torch out now.
They're still moving closer because you guys are just hanging out.
Well, guys, now that that's done, we probably need to get moving.
Yeah, probably.
I'm gonna try to tame it.
Go for it.
Never mind.
The wolf just kind of crooks its head at you like, the fuck?
These squares are what, 5 feet each?
Yes.
Do I still see this thing here?
Yes. He's the one that's intrigued on what your group is doing.
Is that a wolf?
That's a wolf.
Oh yeah, it is. It looks really weird.
It looks like a bat.
It's
I get.
all these wolf pictures are really awful. On roll.
Dude, I will send you some of the tokens I have. If you want me to. I'll do it later.
Okay. Because I've been looking for animal ones, and a lot of them are just awful looking.
The hardest thing is you're gonna have to manually put them all in, but I'll give you a zip folder of all my token.
I'm also walking on all four towards him, and just kind of spread my wings, and hissing.
Are we gonna defend ourselves in this situation?
He's not turned on by you.
I'm not trying to turn him on.
You're a cat versus a dog.
I'm a big cat.
All right, I
With
feel like
wings.
this is necessary. I pull out the saxophone.
Uh-oh.
You have a saxophone?
Oh yeah.
So this saxophone looks like a giant dick.
Of course.
Uh huh.
It's called the saxophone.
Trying to see if the music will actually come through the mic.
That's Justin Bieber, isn't it?
So, yeah, I'm gonna roll my performance before we start this encounter, and hope that someone being stupid is not gonna get, severely hurt with temporary hit points. Okay.
All right.
And it's a 1d6
Would you roll
Slightly aroused.
one
Everybody
extra?
gets one temporary hit point. Congratulations.
That's just the best.
Ow, I stubbed my toe. Well, there goes that hit point. Is this wolf seeming aggressive?
Yes, because he wants what's in that bag now.
Oh, he wants some food. He's just hungry. Feed him the dead body.
Hey, Nick,
What?
or Taz, throw one of the goat heads at him.
I can do that. I can throw one of the goat heads.
Roll a dex. That's sufficient. So you throw this goat head. Hold on, let me. And it lands in front of that wolf. I need to do. Nope, wrong button. So his buddy shows up, and now they're eating. But you roll perception.
Everybody.
Everyone.
Yeah.
So Raz. Oh, so. So both dragons don't see it. You guys see glowing eyes in the bush. You know there's another wolf there. And this wolf is so Raz, Yolan, and Roy know this wolf is in the bush right next to your captain.
Take it as that's
Yeah, because I'm staring like.
And the other two are being fed right now.
I probably would say I'd warn the captain, hey, there's something to your right.
Oh, I got a 15.
Roy, you didn't go stealth.
I take a step back.
And that's going to be with disadvantage. Roll it again.
Oh, roll. Oh.
Because they could see you.
Yeah.
The nat one.
That's a natty 1. So you try to go stealth. Basically, you trip. Now you're prone.
Why has Roy got health down? Is that from his 3 hit points? Oh, that's from his.
His
Yeah.
bag. Alright, so what you guys doing?
I took a step back.
Alright, Jimmy, you can roll perception with advantage.
Where's it at? Where's it at? There it is. Damn.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's so that song is what he's playing over his saxophone. So, Jimmy, you know this wolf is mad at you.
Is it what? I can't hear because Mitch's damn music.
He is mad at you.
Why is he
Grumpy.
mad at me?
Grumpy.
With
Why is
your
everything mad at me?
with your perception roll,
No one likes you, Jimmy.
with your perception roll, he knows that you were trying to intimidate the other wolves by being on all 4.
Okay, now I stand up and show my fucking dick.
I don't think that's a good idea either.
Roll a d12.
Okay.
Oh dear God.
I told you I only have frickin' 1 in this.
Yeah. just gonna point
It's
out
a
that
grower,
I
not
was
a shower.
So this makes sense of the backstory with Roland.
Hey, it's a grower, not a shower.
I'm just gonna say, like, I thought I was the sex craved one.
Oh, Jesus.
He said he whipped it out. You know, if he whipped it out, he's got to show it, and it was definitely a 1-incher. All right, Jimmy, do me a dex save.
Ooh, I'm good at these.
All right.
The wolf jumps out. Oh shit. Taz, do a dex save.
Oh no.
God damn it. The wolf jumps out and tackles Taslin. Actually, do a strength check. See if you catch him or not. This wolf flattens you. This wolf is on top of Taslin.
I'm not comfortable with this.
He has Taslin pinned. Roy is prone because he failed his stealth check.
Can I stabby stab?
But
What are we gonna do?
who wants to roll perception on the wolf to see what it's doing now?
I'm right next to it, so
Okay, so you guys, Taz,
you're definitely up close and personal with it. That's fitting. That's fitting. Humping Taz.
Roy, roll again, because you're at a disadvantage because you fucked up your stealth. So the only one, so Taz, you know he's hungry.
Yeah.
Because you only threw one goat head, right?
I do have another one in my bag still.
Throw it.
Well,
Like
throw it.
when you look at this wolf, he's sniffing you. He's like, he's trying to.
I'm just gonna pull the other head out and shove it in his mouth.
I would say throw it, but
Yeah, throw it away from you.
Well, he's on top of him. He can't really. There'd be a disadvantage to throw it.
I'll just shove it in his mouth.
How hard did you shove it in his mouth?
Hard enough to put it in there, but not hard enough that it hates me.
So I'll give you a strength check with disadvantage. So you just kind of lightly stick it out and put it in his mouth. He takes it and goes away.
You got it.
plus you have a +6 to your strength.
Yes, I have a +6 to my strength checks.
Well, that's just you click save, but it's close enough.
Well, it technically would be a save because he doesn't want to punch this dog in the face. He just wants to be, hey, don't eat me. All right, so your wolves are eating. They don't care what you do.
We're gonna sneak around.
Not for those guys.
Jeremy, so what we were talking about earlier, what wood did you use?
So I use all three of the woods that I know of what they are.
Which one did you use on yourself?
Oh, for myself,
Because you didn't tell me what wood. So while you guys were camped out, Raz and Roy did some searching of the edge of the woods around the camp to find raw materials and plants and shenanigans. Jimmy, he stole your knife and tried to change your handle.
With knife, my spare dagger.
Nope.
What the fuck?
Jeremy tried using your pissing dagger. He didn't fuck it up, but you could tell that it was taken apart. So what wood did you use?
Hello?
Yes.
Romanian oak.
Yes, but what wood did you use?
Yeah, the Romanian oak.
So your axe has that damage. And the other two woods that you use, you have shards of it now. Alright. What note is that, Jeremy?
Should be under
Uh,
improvised weapons. Or do you mean in my spiffy bag of holding?
Okay, so you just have to add that damage to it. Okay, so what are you guys gonna do?
I say let's push around these guys.
You gonna command your group?
Yes. Well,
Where are you? Oh god. I'm lost on the map. There we go.
so are you guys gonna start heading up to me, or are you gonna stand there? And...
Sure.
I'll say,
I'm gonna get up. This will be my turn to just stand.
Well, we're kind of not on a initiative order, so.
Oh.
Are we?
I don't think we are.
no, because you passed your encounter. You guys found a way around it.
We fed it food.
Jeremy is hurting though. It's up to you guys. What do you guys want to do?
Say we just keep pushing on while keeping an eye out. And
Hope we see things better.
Oh, so okay, never mind. Everyone that went off the path. So Taz, Raz, and Roy. I need you all to roll dexterity.
save or check.
Save. Jeremy, you need to re-roll because you have it in.
Oh, yeah. Disadvantage. Yeah, sure.
So Raz and Taz, you guys step on a thorn. Because no one told Taz what's in this woods. Roy, you're nimble enough that you managed to get around it. But Taz and Raz, you have an itch going on your foot.
Which means
Who's our healer?
You're itchy.
Well, basically, you're like you stepped on a thorn, so now you have that itch happening to you right now.
It's your foot.
Well, we really didn't have a choice. We had wolves in the middle of the path.
You could have walked over the wolves.
I don't do foot jobs.
Because you got to think about it, they're eating together. You didn't have to walk around him.
Yeah, I would have never went off the path if I. herpesiphilates.
So Raz, you noticed. Yeah, it's plus 1d4, whatever you have for your wood. Raz, you know the thorn that you stepped on because you were out adventuring. You know that you guys just stepped on a poison bush.
Oh, you'll be fine.
So the neurotoxins are going through your body.
But I resist poison.
Well, that's perfect then for you. But he knows, he didn't tell you. You just have an itch, like it's irritated.
I'll ignore it.
Okay.
What do you guys do?
Keep on a pushing while making sure we look.
As Roy just hangs out in the right in the edge of the woods.
Yeah. I think he's having a hard time moving.
Who wants to roll perception?
Everyone?
Natty 1. One, two, three,
That's just rude.
4. So Raz, you're more irritated at your foot. Taz, you're irritated at your foot. Jeremy, you hear a boisterous howl in the distance. This howl is deeper than these wolves.
Guys, I don't hear anything good.
What do you do?
It sounds big and badder than these moves.
Actually, Jeremy, roll history because of where you're from.
Oh god. Yeah, I didn't think so.
Nope.
Didn't think so.
How the hell have we rolled so many 4s?
Roll 20 is a dick.
Yeah.
Jeremy, basically, you know that there are mystical beasts in this woods, but you yourself cannot pinpoint which one that it is.
Well, I know it ain't good, so I think we can go the other way, guys. Let's go.
And Jimmy, you completely
what?
dumped the whole entire history from where you're from.
I'm just like, what's my name again?
Jimmy had a giant brain fart.
Guys, we came in here for a reason. We need to
Yeah,
keep
maybe
moving
we might as well
forward.
just fight something.
Alright, so where I'm at, with these trees, are they just going over the path? Or
Yeah,
are they, like,
it's
in
just-
our way?
So on the path, it's just looking over the path. But saying, like, if you go up one, Jimmy, like in the grass, if you went up one, that is, like, that's a dangerous area.
But what I'm saying, okay, as long as we stay on the path, we're
Yep.
alright. Well, I'm gonna keep moving. Have a party keep moving forward.
That's
Roy, quit being a chicken shit.
Raz, go ahead and roll perception, please. Alright, well, you know your foot hurts. And where you got poked, it's green.
Raz, are you just hanging out back there? Or are you gonna come up?
Are you probably staring at his foot like, oh, fuck.
I just like watching when people travel because it's like trying to catch up with the group and it's just like quick. Raz, are you gonna do anything about it or no?
Well, I was trying to see what I had for poison.
So at this point, you could to deal with this issue, you can. I gave you items that can help, and someone also has something on them if you want to ask for help.
I guess at this point, sorry, I think I poisoned myself when I stepped off the path.
Any poison? Something?
I got nothing.
I have nothing.
I think I have.
Jeremy, didn't you do a nature check earlier?
Did I find anything?
Yeah, when you were searching during your long rest.
I did. Oh no, I did. I don't think I did actually.
Yeah, you did. You did 4 checks.
And those, hold on. One second. Pretty sure those did not turn out well.
Yeah, but you do have 4 items on you.
It's true. Anybody want to check these couple of items for me and see if they,
Basically, we need medicine and arcane checks to figure out what they are if you don't know.
What are the items? Wait, you're just saying these items.
Which Jeremy has to show you. But he needs help getting it out of his bag. Unless you want him to take more damage.
Well, we have to know what we're going into the bag for in order to get. If not, we're not going to find anything in his bag of holding.
So we got mushrooms.
You're going to describe them?
So we got mushrooms about the size of A10 bullets. Looks kind of similar. We got black leaves that are very sharp, so be careful. It's grass that smells kind of like mint, and some brown goo that doesn't smell like anything.
So, I'm going to go in the back and think of those items and start pulling them out one by one.
Alright, Jimmy, hold on. Let's see if he likes kitty. Ooh, he does like kitty. You stick your hand in, you can feel the tongue just licking you.
Ooh.
If it was
That's risky.
if it was below 50, Jimmy, you would have took damage. Or
Yes.
possibility of losing your hand.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
Because I'm guessing you would use your main weapon hand, right?
Probably.
Alright, so what do you pull out, Jimmy?
I don't know. First thing. Whatever the first stuff he told me, the mushrooms.
Alright, you pull out 3 mushrooms.
And they're huge, right?
Yeah.
These mushrooms are hung like me.
I think we've all seen this a lot.
Alright, Jimmy, or not Jimmy,
I hand those off to
Roy,
the one who,
you need to update your thing to tell you what these mushrooms are.
Alright. Editing.
anybody good at arcana?
Raz already rolled medicine.
Oh, medicine check for him? Okay.
It's a mushroom, so you know these mushrooms
Yep.
give you strength.
Okay. They're like magic mushrooms.
Gives you a +1 to strength.
I've had magic mushrooms. They didn't make me strong.
But
He
with
said
that
they get kind of magic mushrooms.
but with that medicine check, you know, if you ate it, you do take a negative dex. So +1 strength, negative dex.
All right.
There's someone.
And the next item I pull out,
So you got the leaves, or grass that smells like mint, or the brown goo.
the grass that smells like mint, because that was the third one that he said.
It's technically innate at least.
Do what? So you pull out this grass that smells like mint. Raz, you think it's cooking. Like you can cook it and use it
Like
as
mint
mint.
leaf.
Yep.
I'm excited to do medicine check. Ooh.
You guys all think it's cooking. What do you got, Roland? What do you think it is?
Same thing. Way to go, Yolan.
We're great. We're great today.
Taz, do you have any insight on this?
Not at all.
Okay.
I can try. Hold on. Oh, maybe I do.
we are.
No, you guys. But Jimmy, with your 14, you know it's for cooking. But if you cooked with it, it'd give you benefit in food. But you don't know what benefit it is.
Okay. Alright.
Why are you rolling damage?
I'm not rolling damage. I pull out. The next thing I pull out is.
You rolled
the
damage twice.
leaves. No, I just rolled
No,
a d4.
There's one
He's
thing
trying to
so
figure
roll
out-
a D4 to see what he picks.
Oh, okay. Jimmy rolled dex.
Check or save?
Check.
Boom.
Alright. And roll a save just in case. Okay,
Boom.
it's higher than 10. So you pull out the leaves very gently to not cut the bag and not yourself. Nope.
What's a 16 though?
Arcana check. There we go. You know these leaves can be turned into throwing knives. They do necrotic damage.
I want.
Only thing you need is a tinker to add some stability to it, like a stick. Or shard. Wood shard.
I want.
I put him back in his bag.
But you're the only one that knows that. Unless someone else wants to roll Arcana to know that information.
I let him know that what they can be done. I tell Roy, at least. I'm like, okay, yeah, so I'm going to put these back in your bag, and then my last thing I'm going to pull out is...
Do another dex save.
Put them back in the bag?
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Remember, you gotta be gentle with this bag because someone's in there.
Oh. Ooh.
And you pulled out a sharp item.
Yikes. And then the last thing I pull out is that sludge.
Alright, you pull out the brown goo that has no smell.
Ooh, nice medicine check.
And Arcana check. You know this. Taz, you think it's poop. So you know this goo, it's kind of like Play-Doh. That you can rip pieces off of it. Perfect. So you could rip pieces off of it, and then when you apply it to something, it sucks out whatever negative thing that puts in there.
Stick that on his foot.
So you got poison you could suck out. I mean, saying you were paralyzed, the paralyzed can go into it, and with an Arcana of 20, that item can be turned into a weapon by throwing it.
What?
So when you suck this poison out, you can turn it into basically, depending on how big of a ball you did. So I'm saying this goop is probably about the size of your hand. So if you pull it out, like rip off a chunk of it the size of a bullet or like a marble, that thing turns into, if you're gonna put it on Raz, a poison throwing item, the size of whatever size you pull from the goo.
So I'd say, sweet, that's what I need to get the poison out of me.
All right, who's gonna apply it?
Nope.
Probably my belt
do it.
with my own foot.
I don't.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're the healer. You should probably apply it to yourself.
You gonna roll medicine to see how much you spread it out. You pull off the perfect amount to cover up the wound. And you notice that when you stick it to you, it turns green. What are you gonna do with it?
Anybody want this? If not, I'm just gonna chuck it in the wood.
I'll take it.
Is he gonna hand it?
Hand it to Roy.
Oh, you're gonna hand it?
I'm not gonna throw it at him.
Please do a strength check to see how hard you hand it to him. Anything above a 10 is good.
Yeah.
So you give him, so you just hand it over to him. It lands in his hand, and Jeremy pops it in his bag. Because if you would have got lower than the 10, you smushed it into his hand.
Oh no.
Basically, you're like, fuck you. So did you edit all your shit, Jeremy?
Doing it right now. I'm just adding the piece of brown goo that's now a weapon.
The poisonous piece of ground.
Hey, Taz. Are you resistant or are you immune?
I resist.
So you can still take damage from it.
You assume so?
Yeah, you take half
But
the.
it deals half damage.
You gonna do anything about yours?
Yeah, might as well.
Cause you were in there with him. You were in the bush with him.
Yeah, and I wouldn't mind my foot to stop itching, because that's really all it is right now.
You gonna let anyone know?
I'll just ask for a piece of it and do it myself.
All right, you get a piece. If you're gonna do it by yourself, roll medicine.
This is gonna feel horribly, and I love it. Oh, I want it to feel horribly.
Nothing popped up yet. Oh,
Oh, there it is.
perfect.
Good thing.
Perfectly covered the thing. Your injury wound
Boo.
turns green. Now what are you gonna do with it?
I'll put it in my pocket.
Are you gonna put it in your pocket or your navigator's bag? Because you do have a backpack.
My pocket.
All right. I want you to add that to your inventory that you have a poison goo in your pocket. So the poison situation has been averted. And Yolan, you still playing music?
No. I stopped after dealing with the wolves.
Okay.
So maybe everybody's temporary hit points gone? I don't know. I don't know if it stays or not. I know the healing would stay, but I don't know if like temporary hit points.
Well, it only stays for your combat unless you're saying you played another song.
Okay.
So everyone's back to normal health.
Oh wait, what was our health before that?
You didn't add yours.
One temporary hit point, but
You didn't add yours, Roy, because you were already hurt.
it goes away when the song's over. Well, go on top of the missing health.
Yeah, but he didn't add it. All right.
Feeling there, Roy?
Better.
Give him a slap on the
What do you do about that, Roy?
better accept it.
Except the S level.
Wow. Hear that?
Jesus.
Uh,
Wait, how did you heal 12? What do you have your thing set to?
It says a D8. It's so cure wounds is a D8. So it's D8 plus my charisma, which is 5.
Holy shit. So you're full health.
so,
Roll a
3 hit points.
no, that's full health. That's actual health.
Yeah, you just go back to You just go back to your max health.
Hey, Roy, roll me a 100.
Oh, alright. Oh, shit. Oh,
You thought that was disgusting.
what the?
She's
Shit.
she smacks your ass and you're like, oh, why did a girl touch me?
Are you?
How are you not surprised?
Actually, Taz, roll. You roll your 100. Let's see if you're jealous or not. Yep,
Oh, God.
you are fucking jealous. You're mad that Yolan touched Roy.
Damn it, I should have taken damage.
So, Jimmy, you noticed you could see. Actually, what is your passive?
13.
No, you can't see that. Okay,
What is Roy? Like
an elf.
an elf? No,
Half elf.
no, would have been fine with that.
So Taz, no one noticed that you're mad. That you're upset.
I suppose that's a good thing.
How
I
much
say
do
we
think
keep.
what
I
do
say we
need
keep
to
moving.
notice?
Let's keep going.
What was that?
We're
I
gonna
said,
grow
what
more
do
softly
we
in
need
the
to notice?
background.
How much do we need to notice? Perception?
15.
Okay, yeah, I'm at a 14.
I'm just gonna grumble in the background.
Taz the only one with a 15.
No, yeah, well, he's the one that's mad.
Everybody else fucking-
Oh, no, never mind. He's got 12.
I have AC of 15.
AC at 15. Obviously, as we keep going, we're going to keep a good lookout.
Okay, roll perception.
God, my perception rolls are shit.
Yeah.
So Kenji and Roy, you hear the howl. It sounds like it's getting closer. And it's deeper than a wolf. And it sounds large.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and stand back here.
Can I try another history just to see if I'm starting to remember what it is?
You could do a history, but if Jimmy does a history, he has to do it with disadvantage. Because
I'm just going to keep pushing forward.
Jimmy rolled a nat 1.
That was me who rolled in that one. Jimmy rolled a 20.
No, he rolled.
Oh, you're talking about on history earlier.
Yeah, you rolled it.
Jimmy forgot where he was. So with the 16, you know it's some kind of werebeast.
Ah, shit.
Where beast?
Where's the beast?
But that's like in your head, you know that's werebeast.
You guys, I think there's some kind of were creatures out here.
Where creatures? Where?
I hope there's a were tiger.
Exactly.
Oh, we'll be alright.
Jimmy, do you have keen?
that.
Do you have keen smell?
No.
What about you, Taz?
No.
Okay.
Keep on pushing.
Hey Raz, I want you to roll me a nature check. No. Jeremy, would you like to roll a nature check?
Yep, just gonna try it. I got nothing to it. Yeah, that sounds about right.
All right. Keep rolling.
Oh shit, yeah, we're too close to these bushes, aren't
No, that's fine. That's a tree that it's like covering the path.
we? Okay.
So you guys are
Nick,
just
you hang,
just kind of looking around, hanging out. Does anyone else want to do a nature check?
Sure, I know a thing or two about. Nope, I know a thing or two about medicine, not nature.
Does anybody know anything about nature?
nope.
What about survival? Anyone want to do survival?
Screw it.
Nope.
So Taz,
Half of us know how to survive.
you look over on the left-hand side of the path and you notice that there is a bright yellow flower that is just emanating energy.
Ooh, shiny.
Don't go to it.
But it's shiny.
Yeah, but you're also gotta go off the path.
Yes, but I said to the right. It's about 10 feet off the path. So, can I highlight it? It's about right there.
It's our to our left.
Oh yeah, it would be your left. Sorry.
So can I safely get to it?
Yes.
Or would I have to?
But will you be safe when you get to it?
You would, I won't know until I try.
Do any of us know what this flower is?
You guys don't even see the flower. Only one that does is Taz. Only thing, but you heard him say, "Ooh, shiny."
We'll go get it.
Are you gonna grab it, or what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go look at it closer first before I grab it.
Okay. You can move up one more. I won't let you take damage. What do you want to roll?
Taz, where you go?
There's a shiny flower. I'm looking at it.
So all you guys notice that there is a shiny yellow flower, and it is just, it's like this, it's like a, like a welder's torch. It's kind of like that kind of shine, but it's like flashing.
Do I know what this is, or do I know what it could be?
Nature checks.
Roy and Kenji can roll history, being that they're from this area.
Do I need to roll at disadvantage still?
Nope, because you already it's past your time.
Yeah, I know shit.
So with those two, if you grab this flower and eat it, you will gain benefit in gold. But with the 22 history, Dwarvens used to melt it, and it would turn into gold. Just a pile of gold, basically how you smash it up.
So I guess add this to our list of find in the wild.
That's whatever Taz wants to do. But there's no negative benefit to it.
Well, I know nothing about what it is. I just know it's a shiny flower right now.
And you want to touch it.
Taz, no, don't. That's as he's going to grab it.
Grab it, throw it in the bag.
So Taz, who are you listening to?
I'm not listening to no one. I'm picking it up.
Yeah, he's just like,
All right, you pick it up.
I know he was going to pick it up. That's why I was like, no, don't. Like, trying to be a smart ass.
So you can add to, if you're going to add it to your inventory, Golden Rose of Wealth.
Okay. I mean, I don't know what this is, so someone will tell me later. But yeah, I'm picking it up and talking the shiny because I like shiny.
Okay, but you can add the name just so we have it for later.
Right.
All right.
Look, guys, I got a shiny.
Oh, how
No.
lovely. Picked
Now
it
put
up.
it. Now put it away. Let's go.
Taz, roll a D100.
Oof.
You don't want to give it to Roland. You were thinking about giving it as a gift, but no, I'm gonna hold on to this just in case.
Okay.
All right, perception checks. Here we go.
Booyah.
Our perception is such shit.
5, 6, 7.
Yeah.
Raz and Roy. You,
On it today.
you can see right around the corner that there is a werewolf hanging out at the.
Like down here.
No,
Said right around the corner. Well,
Off the beaten path. At the corner.
no, you said down here.
Also like there.
so they can see it. But you guys,
You and Raz and Roy can see it. Me.
everyone else,
Joel, and
everyone
Matt,
else,
We're all bullshitting.
everyone else can't see that.
Aha. There it is.
Yeah, but you guys can't see it. Just Raz and Roy.
I'd probably point out the fact, there's a werewolf up ahead. How come we haven't?
There's people that have heard it and told you that there was a werebeast.
Wait,
Well.
was that when I rolled my one?
No, the only one that rolled a 1 was Jimmy.
All right. See if we can sneak up on this Casa.
Oh. Damn it.
You got lucky, Jeremy.
I'll go stealth and see what I do. Hey.
With my +8 to stealth.
So the one he doesn't notice is Yolan. But you know, he's sniffing at the air looking at your direction.
Is there any other were beasts around?
Did anyone... So Raz knows there's nothing else. Raz knows it's just this werewolf.
Oh, did you ask us, or you just?
Well, yeah, that was kind of me asking everybody. I'm like, hey, is this the only?
It's the only one I see.
All right, we should be able to handle this fairly.
Famous last words.
I don't think you are.
Why?
Well, let me look. So now he's not happy. You guys are now on his path.
No, he's on our path.
I will give you 3 attempts to try and get him off the path.
Attempt 1. Whisper to him.
But what do you... What...
You whisper sweet things to him.
But what do you whisper? And what language?
Interested distant whispers and sweet nothingness. Creep it out. It sounds creepy.
But what language did you use?
Infernal.
I hate you. See, what is his...
Ooh.
Do you speak Infernal though?
If it sounds creepy, and he fails to save, he's gonna run away and take 10 points of psychic damage. So,
We win.
got you, Booze.
Yeah, but there's an issue with that.
Just running to his back.
Oh, you'll find out.
He's yelling to Daddy.
I helped and fucked us.
So
That sounds about
what do you
normal.
normally do?
Like, after I joined the group, none of you got anything from me, so.
Only the leader.
Uh, actually, I want Taz. Taz roll D100.
Why me?
Because you're the one that's attached.
You're, since she says she didn't give it out to anyone, your crotch itches.
Blue balled.
No, remember he's the one that thought he was gonna get some. Didn't we roll that you did give it to him?
But I mean, yeah, like the first time.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So
Everybody
he has the itch.
I got the crabs.
Basically.
Uh-oh. I have crabs, I'm clean.
Hold on, let
Apparently
me.
not.
You guys want to roll perception?
Sure. Because this worked out.
God damn it! Can I roll above a single digit perception?
All right, you guys see the werewolf just standing there waiting.
Oh no.
Not a spell, guys.
Can we persuade him to not bring around? Can I do an insight check? See if I can figure out what he's waiting for.
Go ahead.
Not great.
He's waiting for you guys to attack.
Oh. Can I persuade? I'm gonna try to persuade him that we're not trying to fight him.
We're just looking to pass.
What do you say?
Hey, buddy. We're not here to fight.
So he just kind of looks at you because he doesn't understand you. You know, like that weird. You guys, Jimmy and Jeremy, you met Goober. You know how when you talk to him, he kind of quirks his head like an owl.
Gooba.
So you say shit to him, and he just kind of stares at you like, "The fuck did he say?"
I mean, all I've got to say is, on a scale of 1 to 10, this thing is screwed.
Okay, what does that do?
Wisdom save. If he saves, he takes no damage. If he fails, he takes 1 point of psychic damage. And I think he has disadvantage on his next attack roll.
Why are you trying to do damage to him?
I'm just trying to make him feel bad.
So what kind of mockery are you doing?
That's what I did.
Did you got?
I
What
don't
do you
want to
say?
attack.
Yeah,
This thing's
Did you
screwed.
got little dick?
you said that he's screwed.
Yeah. So he's screwed.
He just asked it.
So that's double damage.
Sure. 2
He
points.
got 2. He just lost 2.
And he has disadvantage.
On his next attack roll, if he makes an attack roll. By the time it's his next turn. Or my next turn.
Okay. Anyone want to do anything else?
try to de-escalate the situation.
You still have
Persuasion.
Jeremy.
Yep.
Your persuasion failed.
Impressed.
It's true.
Taz, please roll me perception.
There's one coming up behind Taz.
Don't ever ask me to roll perception. I can learn.
That's a natty 1.
Yes, that's what I do what.
So you're looking the other direction. You're not even looking at the werewolf anymore. You could care less. This werewolf bullshit anyway.
Ooh, what's that shiny?
You guys have one more chance to get him to stop doing anything.
I'm not good at any of the deception, persuasions, or any of that stuff. Not very charismatic.
I just don't know anything to say to this thing to get it away from us. So,
What if we intimidated away?
could try that. That might work.
Who's charismatic? Bard.
Again, I don't know anything to say to this thing because I don't even know if it's gonna understand me.
You don't have to say anything to it to intimidate it. You can just try to make yourself look.
I don't do intimidation.
She's little. There's no way that she's gonna be big enough to intimidate this
He
thing.
has a dictaphone.
This is true.
So you remember you did your whispers?
Yes,
You talked to it.
it does not understand Infernal. That is weird.
You should have seen what my brother ran into. Because you guys don't even know where you're at.
Alright, fine. Hey, but Infernal. Hey, buddy. What you doing? Try to talk to it. See what it wants. I guess.
So what you get? Roll a d20. Anything higher than a 10?
No.
You have a headache now.
Headache now?
Yep.
Great.
But you hear it's like a soft voice. So try and think of who's talking to you. It's kind of like a child talking to you in your head that just tells you you're fucked.
No, sir. You're fucked.
And then all you see is the werewolf smile. All you guys see him smile.
Now we're gonna try and handle it.
I'm gonna vicious mockery it again and be like, look, really one again. It says, you can believe in yourself, because no one else does. Wish I could roll higher than a 1. But you know,
Sorry. You just see it. He just kind of slacks his shoulders. He's like, oh.
You gonna try to fix
So this voice in your head. Everyone roll me a
fun as a club.
strength saving throw.
Everybody?
But Taz.
Except me?
Yep.
Okay.
it? Ooh.
So with a 0 strength, mother truckers.
So the only one that's
I guess I could go in front of the cat.
the only one that does avoid what's gonna happen.
Jesus Christ, what is that?
You
What is that? Oh, wait, I
the-
don't notice it.
Oh.
no, you guys do. You guys are stuck in him.
Him?
He is a goo. He is a goo creature.
Goop creature.
Basically slime ball. and you three are stuck in it. Taz did not see him.
I'm still looking the other way.
So you guys are stuck in him.
Well, Taz, you better get me the hell out of here. You never get anything ever again.
But Yolan, you avoided that.
Bardic inspiration.
Yeah, but he's not even. He's looking the other direction though.
I literally don't know this is happening.
Can I attempt to get out of this fucking thing?
So
Or are we in?
we're almost in combat because Yolan still has. She is the one that's not stuck, and so is Taz. So depends on what Yolan wants to do.
I'm yelling at Taz to get everybody out of this thing.
Taz, roll perception to see if you even pay attention to her,
I got nothing.
I swear to God.
because you're mad at her.
Oh my God! I finally rolled a good perception.
All right, so you hear her say, "What the fuck are you doing?" Or what did you say?
I said, yeah, I basically said, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm looking at the shiny. Oh God, what is that?
Landed on me. I'm
And
out of it.
you notice that they're stuck in it.
No.
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 Nothing about this is fun.
It looks fun.
So if anyone has bonus actions before we start initiative, you can. Taz and Yolan will get opportunity attacks to free their partners or attack the werewolf that told you you are fucked. But Yolan didn't say nothing to anyone.
Real quick, I'm gonna play Bounce Back from the saxophone to attempt to get spell slots back.
Huh, I guess that would, even if you failed that, it's not even going to benefit them.
Yep. It's only for me.
We're rolling at disadvantage, right?
For what?
For attempting to get out of here.
I got all my spell slots back.
No, yep, you get all your spell slots back. But I'm saying, Jeremy, you don't get to do anything until initiative. But Taz can decide who he can attack or can use his actions.
Okay, on the map, I only see the goo thingy. I don't know where the werewolf is.
Oh, he's over there by.
Wait a minute, don't you have dark vision?
I mean, no, I don't.
That's why.
So you see your teammates that are stuck.
Yes, I see my teammates that are stuck and nothing in front of the house.
All right, so what are you gonna do?
You should see below 30 feet, right?
It's black squares where that ends.
So he's barely, just because of
Where you see it, right
Even if
here.
it's like, even if it's like,
it's because of the angle.
yeah.
Yeah, these are the last blocks I see right here.
Yeah.
Even if it's like a little bit, it's because with regular vision you see up to a certain range and then dim light to a certain range.
Because
But if
that creature's a
if any of the
4-block
tokens
creature.
are in, yeah, if any of the tokens are in that dim vision, you don't get to see the token.
Yeah, sorry, I can only really see the 25. Yeah.
All right, Yolan, which way are you facing?
Probably more in the way of the blob.
So you have your back towards the werewolf.
Currently, but not for long.
Okay. All right, Taz, what are you doing?
I'm gonna slash the goo monster.
How are you gonna slash the goo monster? Are you trying to free them? Or are you trying to?
Like, is one person like stuck in its arm and
Oh.
yeah, stuff like that?
It doesn't have arms. It's just like the blob. Basically, it's like a giant pile of shit.
So could I attempt to carve them out?
Are you gonna do it? Are you swinging like the
I wouldn't swing wildly, knowing my crew is in there.
So you would roll. You have a higher dex or higher strength? Did you answer?
I said strength.
Next strength.
So I'll let you. You could thrust to get them out.
So strength.
Who are you gonna try?
Strength save.
Yeah. Who you or strength? But who are you trying to get out?
I'll get my captain out first.
Do a dexterity check because he's on the other side.
Oh, this will be fun and terrible. Terrible.
Taz is now stuck in the goo too.
Great.
All right, so everyone but Roland roll with disadvantage for initiative. Oh,
Roll dis-
That's just a D20, right?
oh, I'm clicking buttons. Hold on, I'm fucking everything up. I clicked the button. Why aren't you going?
Sounds about right.
Oh, I gotta click initiative twice. Okay, my 15's.
You're not on there. Why aren't you on there?
I'm on it on my screen.
I see him on it.
I only see 2.
Yeah, Kenji and Yolan.
Oh, Roy.
I understand. Mine won't send for some reason. I literally just roll.
You have to have you have to click your token and then roll initiative.
Oh, okay.
So Taz, yours is 6.
Oh, of course. That's fine.
And then Raz, you rolling? 17 and rolled again. By the way, it's not a good thing that you guys are stuck in that thing.
Oh,
Clearly, with the bard, there's only
Mitchell.
one outfit.
Mitchell remembers the.
Zero strength.
Man, I don't remember. How do you add things to it?
Right click the token.
Oh, add turn. There it is. Man, I haven't been rolling anything good for that. Ooh,
Yeah.
not 96.
So the blob looks like got the body shape of a humanoid, or
So I was looking for a it looks like blob. So that's not good either.
Oh, no. The blob is going first. Shit.
ray. You want descending? There you go.
All right, you guys ready?
No.
Fuck.
So he's going to try to engulf everyone that's in him. Roll me a dex saving throw. 12 or higher, you get out.
Normal or disadvantage?
God damn it.
Yeah, would that be disadvantage since we're inside of him?
No, I wouldn't say so because you're still just.
Yeah, it shouldn't be. Jimmy, you got the 18. Ow. Raz, that's gonna hurt. 1, 2, 3, 4, and
Well, why is there 4 people? There's only 3 people
Nope.
in this.
Taz tried saving you.
That's just
It got stuck.
that's fucked up.
So you needed a 12. But Raz, you're gonna take a little bit more damage. Raz, you're gonna take a 1d6 of acid damage. Unless you have immunity or resistance.
Yup.
And Jeremy, you have successfully got out of the goo.
So do I roll the 1d6?
So Kenji and Taz are gonna roll 1d4. Ouch.
And I have a resistant.
1d4 and 1d6.
Taz,
You get 1d4. Raz gets the 1d6 because he rolled a nat 1.
all right. So that is his
I
turn.
take 1. I take 1 point or 2.
You take
I have resistant to acid.
roll high or low.
Huh?
High or low. Tell me high or low, Jimmy.
Low.
What the fuck? Why didn't it? All right. You take 1 damage. So it is Kenji's turn.
What do I gotta do to make another deck save to get out?
Dex save. Do you have any bonus actions? So this is
No.
so this is at your feet. Your feet are trapped.
I mean, I really don't have anything. I mean,
Technically, you do. I'll give you advantage if you can figure it out.
I can do for bonus action.
Oh god.
Yeah, Yolan knows.
Trying to make the sound of what it would be.
I can't fly until 5th level.
I thought you had your wings.
I have wings, but I can't fly till 5th level.
You still use them to help. You wouldn't
Yeah.
necessarily fly though.
Yeah, I'll give you the thrust of it.
Okay, if that's what we're going with, then yeah, I'll try to do that. Help me get out.
Roll with advantage, dex save. If not, it's Jimmy. You got out, and that has expended your turn. All right, Yolan.
Bring it.
Let's go and see. What am I going? So I got. So you have your back turned to me, which gives me advantage, which nulls me out. How long does the disadvantage last for?
Attack.
Until after his attack.
Oh. Sorry, guys. So he's gonna come up and he's going to try multi-attack since you both are in the pathway.
Go for it.
This is so.
So in this big clearing here,
Wh-
is this
where?
if we go a couple blocks, like
So this area right
inside
Here?
here, is it safe to go?
Yes. Yes.
In? Okay.
Only one that's not safe is Taz if he decided to.
Yeah.
+2, 7. He swings at you with his claws and misses. Then he's gonna.
Get a bite attack at the same time? Or
Yep.
pause?
He's gonna try to bite Jimmy. 13 +2, and your armor class is
14. Yeah.
Oh.
+2.
13 plus 2?
Yeah.
Oh, he hits.
Jimmy, please roll a Constitution roll.
Save or check?
Must succeed on a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, it's a 9. It's not an advantage.
Sorry, Jimmy.
So now you're gonna be a cat, dragon, and a dog.
Cat dragon dead.
Aware cat Dragon Ball.
1d4 plus 2, that's 4 piercing damage to Jimmy. And Jimmy, you are... Shit. So I will give you... Jimmy has contracted lycanthropy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Fuck yeah.
So he's a were-dragon cat.
He actually, Jimmy, your next turn you can change. You can transform if you would like.
Nope.
As a bonus action. It's full moon. And Roy.
I'm gonna try to use my Tupac to kind of pull Taz out. I'm just gonna stick it in to kind of so you can grab it.
Okay, do a strength check. Okay, you got it in there. Raz. Do dexterity, see if you can grab this stick.
Grab the stick.
Ooh, perfect. Now, Roy, you have to pull with another strength check.
Here we go.
You got him out.
Whew.
The perfect number.
And then that's my turn.
That is your turn. So, Raz, you have... You're out of the goo. So it's your turn to do what you need to.
Well, I guess I'll just do this. I'm gonna. Pretty sure I just saw Kenji get pretty much bit, so I'm gonna cure.
Oh shit.
That's a cantrip, right?
No, I think that's actually just one. I don't have a cantrip cure.
Cure Wounds is a level 1 spell.
Yep.
You gonna click it?
Well, I got him. I was looking at it. That's the one I have to actually touch him. So
You're close enough,
Oh, okay, so yeah.
and it won't be opportunity. So you just have to move to not in the goo, unless that's where you want to move to.
Probably just move right on top of Yolan.
Ain't you good?
That's in one of the safe spots, right?
Yep.
Plus 7?
Yep. That's full health.
And then I would use my what is it? The cloak.
Oh, so you're gonna use your cloak? I forgot what I gave you.
Oh, actually, nah, I'm good for now.
Jimmy, why are you at 13?
Because he just added 7. Instead of just stopping when his health got full.
All right, Taz. What are you gonna do?
Try and get out.
How you gonna try jumping out? You gonna cut yourself out? So
Breathing it.
what is your breathing? Poison?
Poison.
Okay. You tell me what you want to do.
Actually, you know, I want to breathe in it.
You got poison breath? Oh shit. Oh god, 15-foot cone.
Oh, so everyone else has to do.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Kind of be contained in the goo.
Are you spraying down like right at your feet or what?
I was kind of like spraying up, kind of, and away from the people. I'm not trying to poison my entire
Like-
crew.
in the group or in the goo
17. So I take half damage.
goes all the way through.
You take half.
All right.
I mean, you can do a cone like that and still catch the goo.
I mean, as long as I can do it. I can basically look anywhere but you guys, and it'll be all right.
So you basically sprayed at your feet.
We'll say. I'm looking towards. I'm looking this way.
You just spray straight down.
Okay, fine. I'll spray straight down.
Go ahead and do your DC. You do a con save. So unless you trying to think how you would spray this thing because he's got you by the feet. And if you spray straight down, you will have to do a Constitution save. But he still takes half damage because he's resistant.
I resist my poison damage anyway.
Yeah, so you still take a 3. But you are free. Alright, rolling. Or Yolan.
I am going to get away from both of these things.
Attack of opportunity.
Yep.
I'm aware.
Thought you were going.
Is that what you're gonna do?
I'm going to Yep, I'm just gonna try and go over here
Over where?
away from these things.
So the goo is gonna reach out to grab you. What is your AC? Yolan.
That would be
12. Since he's slow. Wait, what's his? I'll do this. Oh god, what happened? The thing all fucked up.
okay. Yo, am I stuck in place then, or
Yes, you're stuck. Right there.
right where?
You got one step. He stuck out his goose, extended out to you, grabbed you, and put you in place. Now roll. I don't know why he did that. Huh. He looks at you and he didn't do anything. The werewolf.
Say, nah, I'm good. I'm good.
Alright, well then I will then turn around and look at the goo guy. Say, hey, no touchy. Vicious mockery. There we go.
So that's it could be a 4. So if he saves,
He takes no damage.
What is this? Ooh. Please no nat 1. So he takes a 4. So he just pulls the limb back in. You're no longer stuck.
No touchy.
All right, so it's the goo's turn. The goo. Everyone do a perception check. 15 or higher.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Meeting expectations.
So Raz is the only one that does. Raz and Yolan. He disappears from your sight.
The goo does?
Yep. But the other 3 can still see he's still there.
Sneaky goo.
Whatever.
Kenji.
Well, I want to try to move to where I can flank this guy
Okay.
to Yolan.
Because he was still fucking with Yolan, so.
Yeah, so I guess since he covers...
No, he would be facing Yolan because
does he cover these 4 squares, right?
because he'd be facing this way.
Yeah, but he covers those 4 squares, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so...
Unless you're gonna try. No, you're too big to get underneath him.
No. I'm trying to delete these things. So what I'm going to do is advantage and pissing dagger.
And his booty.
Okay, sorry.
12 and 12. Damn it. I don't know. What's his AC?
It's 11, but hold on. I gotta see. He has. I think he's immune or he's resistant. Immunities: bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing.
So all? Or is it to
All 3
non-magical?
non-magical weapons, but yours is considered magical. So what is that? 16?
No, I rolled a 12.
Yeah, it hits.
Did a 7 damage plus my sneak attack, which is 4. And obviously, I'm going to hit him with this, whether it does anything. Obviously, because it's a non-magical weapon. So, but I don't know this at this point in time.
So your first weapon does
11 points.
12.
Oh yeah, 12. This is the one acid. I mean, I hit him with my second dagger, not knowing.
Second dagger hits him, cuts some fur off, and that's about it. And
That is it.
well, he's pissed at the cat now.
No.
Suck on my nuts.
So
Oh shit, he's next. Ah!
20 plus 2. So
16 plus 2. I mean, it still hits, no matter what.
and then it's a. Actually, I'll let you roll it. 1d4 plus 1. And that's for the claws. And then he goes to bite you and does he basically bites onto you and sitting there, it's like he has no teeth in his mouth, he's just gnawing on you
Bad puppy.
while licking you.
Yeah. That's what I like.
Roll
Bad dog, no biscuit.
roll 100. You liked it.
Of course I liked it.
That turned you on a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, Roy.
Alright.
So you know the goo's still there.
Gonna hit it with my hand axe. Damn.
Oh, you hit it. 7 plus 4, that is 11. So, you got anything else you gonna do?
Oh yeah, sneak attack. Well, actually no, I saw him. So.
Well, he doesn't have a face, so
Kind of difficult to sneak attack a blob.
Yeah. Guess in the meantime. Gonna try to.
I'm surprised you even attacked him. I'm surprised you didn't attack the werewolf with advantage.
Huh? Oh shit. Yeah. Didn't think about it. Oh wait, that thing is. This made out of materials, right?
What, the goo?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna detach my bag and
Take
try to
take a
find
1d4.
this. Yep. Ouch.
And then we'll do opposing strength checks.
Alright, let's give it a shot.
Let's see if
Oh my god.
that's a natty 1. He didn't.
Alright, I'm back.
He didn't eat any of that. He started sucking on it. And he's like,
Do what I say.
So the bag is now on the ground. It is now Raz's turn.
Oh. Did Roy take his bag off?
Yep.
Why?
I was gonna try to get it to eat the goo.
Hold on. Your bag is now part of the initiative. All right, Raz, what are you gonna do?
Well, since I'm oblivious to the slime, I guess behind me, I guess I throw a fireball at the.
At the werewolf?
Yeah, well, I don't see anything else.
Yep. Unless you want to do another wisdom check.
Is that a free action, or would that be my action for the turn?
It's a free action.
So just a perception check.
Yep.
Not a clue.
All right. So firebolt. Let's see. Nope. So that firebolt, you shoot it at him, and it fucking basically it's like a bending bullet. It goes around him. Hits the tree. High or low?
High.
So basically, the tree is smoldering a little bit. And Taz, now it's your turn.
Right. I can only really see the blob because he's in the way of the werewolf, right?
Oh, I mean, you can see the werewolf. It's just the blob is
He's in
bit.
the way.
It's smushed down to the ground, so it's like level with the ground. That's why no one can see him. So you know if you walk towards him, you're gonna get stuck again.
Can I stab my sword into the ground where he is?
You could still attack him. It's just the other people can't see him.
Yes, I want to impale the goob, basically.
Okay.
Does that hit?
Yeah, that definitely hits. That 1d10. Jesus Christ.
No, the 1d10 is
If it's
the roll
two-handed.
if it's two-handed. This is the attack roll.
Jesus. He sliced to it. So Raz. Who didn't see it? Raz and Yolan?
Yep.
So you see Taz just swing his sword, hits the ground, and goo just splashes everywhere. And it's Yolan's turn.
Mitch.
I think he's
See,
My mic was still muted. Alright, I think I'm gonna just try and hit this thing upside its head.
You're not going to do any bonus actions?
Nah.
No bonus actions, and all your teammates are hurting. Ooh!
I mean, they look fine. But, you know.
I
So,
mean, you
so,
can do bonus actions at any time.
so when you swing this thing, how do you swing it? Wait,
Go for its head, so it's...
so you swung at the werewolf, right?
Yes.
Even if you get a nat 1, do you still roll with advantage?
Oh, it's at advantage because it's not looking at me, is it?
Nope.
Well, that's good.
That hits.
1 point.
That's considered magical, and boop. 1 point.
Nope, that's an action. You know what? Bonus action,
You have 2,
has healing word.
but you have 2 bonus actions. Or 3.
I've only got one.
No.
No, I've only got one.
Playing your music, Bard of Inspiration.
Well, I have multiple options for that, but no, it's
You still only
got
get one
bonus,
bonus.
one bonus action.
Okay, so what are you doing?
Healing word, Taz. Say, hey, Buttercup. Feel better. Damn. It's a maximum healing word. Just solid on these healing, on these healing abilities, aren't they?
You're a wonderful being.
I know.
Let's see, the goo. The goo wants to touch Jeremy.
no. Get away.
Damn. He goes to touch you, and it just kind of slaps you and just drags down your body.
Yeah, that's gross. Yes.
So now everyone now can see him. Because he tried to attack.
The hell?
Kenji. What do you do? Can you do a sneak attack when he's staring at you?
Yes, because he's still within engaged in both of us.
Yeah. So if he's engaged with another ally, you gain.
Basically, if he's engaged with another ally within 5 feet of him, yes.
But he's engaged with you, not anyone else.
No, he's engaged with both of us because we were both attacking. So
That
therefore
type of
we're
engage. Okay.
Yep. So,
He's getting married to both of us.
sick. Yep. So I do 11, 12 points of damage again.
So you hit him, and he is whimpering. He is not feeling too hot.
And that'll be it for my.
He's tired of the little bitch healing people.
That's fine.
20 plus 2. Dirty 20.
Ouch.
What are you doing, Jeremy?
Oh,
Yeah. No, that 20 hits.
I think he's going to see what does he want to do to you first. There's your claw. That doesn't do shit.
Hey, damage like mine.
And does he have to roll again to bite?
Yes.
Each attack's got its own separate attack roll.
Another dirty 20.
jeez.
Get it. Get it. Get it.
You need to do a constitution.
Oh, okay.
You have saved.
That's disappointing.
Does anybody have a restoration spell? Or
Not yet.
Negative.
Lesser res is not till like third
Level third.
spell.
What about
Oh,
a
okay.
I got a long ways. to go.
remove curse?
I think remove curse is pretty high up there too.
I think Gage has remove curse. But he's fingering a chick. All right, Jeremy, your bag's up.
All right, so it's gonna go. I'm assuming
You-
it's, well, it
you
doesn't
get-
like the taste of that.
No, it just couldn't. It bit it and didn't like it, so you can tell it to do it again if you want.
Oh, lesser restoration's level 2, but you don't get that until like 3rd level anyways.
I could give it another bite.
Uh,
That's just a D20, right?
D20 strength.
Oh, crap. Sorry, D20 strength. Oh, my bad. Sorry. Yeah, still 9. Yeah.
This is nat 20. He just kind of pushes your bag back to you,
Remove curse is 3rd level.
and
All right.
your bag climbs back up, and reattaches itself to you.
All right.
Now, Roy, it's your turn.
Yeah, 3rd level is when you get your first, 2nd level, and then you get 2 3rd levels at 5th level. As a cleric, anyways.
Stab it. Well, slash at it again with my hand axe.
And yeah, lesser restoration wouldn't help.
You're gonna slash at who?
The blob again.
That hits. Another 4 damage. The goo, it looks like it's boiling. It's bubbling. And Raz's turn.
I'm gonna hit the werewolf. Let's try to hit the werewolf.
Trying to think where he's at. Would you consider that advantage?
Who?
Raz.
Rise?
Raz.
No, because it's at a distance. You can. So, to get flanking
him.
advantage, you'd have to be within melee range of it.
Well,
He has to be
he's using spells though.
Yeah, so.
Technically, it'd be at a disadvantage because got a creature within 5 feet of them.
No, not necessarily.
The goo.
Yeah, but that's if you're targeting that said creature.
No, it's only if it's within 5 feet of you.
If you're targeting a ranged, or if,
If
you're
you're
using a ranged spell or attack at a creature that's within 5 feet of you.
It's if there's any creature.
What's your distance on your firebolt?
120 feet.
Yeah, that's. Unless he natty ones, that's the only time I worried about it. All right, so what are you doing?
I'll throw a firebolt at the werewolf again.
All right. That hits. With the 3 damage, he is burning. On his next turn, he will take a 1d4.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to heal the...
Heal the bard.
Yeah, with my cloak.
All right, tell them what your cloak does. Or about your cloak.
My robe of purity, as a bonus action, I can heal 1d4 plus my charisma to it. I have 3 charges of it. At dawn, it resets.
Aww, you have a cloak of purity. That's adorable.
Sounds like a virgin.
That cloak's not gonna work in a little bit.
This is his first charge. All right, go ahead and
I'm
roll.
just gonna say it. I'm gonna unpurify him. 5.
Yep.
Back up 5.
Yep. This is bullshit. You guys are healing too much.
That's a good thing.
We have to do something good where our perception is terrible.
Yep. we gotta have some kind of strength.
All right, Taz, your turn.
Stabby, stabby.
Yeah, it hits. Ooh. This goo is hurting real bad. It is. You're slicing and the chunks are just crawling away from the area. It's starting to get smaller and smaller.
Yeah, that's right, little bitch.
And Yolan.
Me now.
Yep.
I tell the werewolf that his mother is so ugly that clerics try and turn her.
I gotta check what his wisdom is to see if it hurts him real bad.
Yo, mama's so ugly. Clerics come around, they try and turn her.
Oh.
Oh god.
That's right, get pooed on.
Yeah.
Get depressed.
He didn't
I
like
see
it.
this thing. I want to see this thing die from depression.
He's gonna try to go transparent again. Roll a wisdom perception check.
Who, me? What?
Everyone.
Oh, everyone?
Try again.
God damn it. Son of a bitch.
We see you.
Fool me once.
Kenji and Taz.
What?
No, where's your perception check?
Sorry.
Oh. Fuck off, nerd.
So the only one that doesn't see the glob is Taz. That's his turn.
God, I love my perception.
Oh, actually, since he did that, since he failed, you guys noticed that he moved.
He's trying to move into Taz.
All right, Kenji.
Oh no, I'm almost out of big juice. Ooh, does 13 hit?
So yeah. So you slash.
Oh wait, is he still facing him? Because I get
Stop.
advantage on it.
Stop.
No. My one sneak attack.
You already. So what Jamie did was he slashed his throat, and then he went to sneak attack and basically destroyed the pelt of this werewolf. The werewolf is dead.
That's fine.
His fur is no longer usable.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Giggity.
And Roy,
Alright.
this is your.
And for my movement, I'm just gonna go do 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 do. Okay, I'm done. That was me dancing.
You don't kill it. Maybe. We'll see.
Are you poking it?
Slam it down with my hand again.
Taz, do a dex save.
Come on, Taz. Yeah!
So as Jeremy fucking drops his axe into this thing, the goo explodes. Raz and Yolan do a dex save.
Dex save. I'm so far away.
He natty 20 this fucking slam down.
I guess you're right.
But you all dex save. The goo just flies past you and fucking disintegrates everything.
Don't want to have to deal with that ever again. I don't like goo in my face.
You should be used to it.
That's a lie. I love it.
So the goo it goes everywhere. The goo is unusable to collect. That's the end of combat.
Just shits and giggles. Yeah, I'm glad I didn't roll again.
Oh, you natty one. With your +6, hits the goo.
With my plus. Very low AC, huh?
Boy.
He just had 50 HP.
The werewolf had 58. Don't ask me how I know that, but
Mats.
Yep. All right.
Alrighty.
oh man.
And at the end of that, I'll go ahead and play some sexual healing.
Better fucking perform good.
Let's see this performance. Damn.
Oh, woo.
Man, he is explain how you perform this thing.
Oh,
A lot of thrust.
it's good. I start off by putting my mouth around the whole end of the saxophone. And then I take my sandal or boot off and I just kind of rub the ball end of the saxophone with my foot as I'm playing this. Bounce it all over the foot.
Everyone roll a D100.
And then I'll roll the d6 for the healing.
Moderately.
I loved it.
Taz is still grumpy.
Yeah, everyone's turned on by that. Besides Taz. Taz is still mad at her for slapping Roy's ass.
I told you it was a grower, not a shower.
What? So what Roland rolled at a +2, I will give you since you rolled such high performance.
So a total of 4.
4.
Back up to.
Everyone actually is back to max health.
Good.
Yeah.
I'm half up.
Did you see what I rolled
Quite the
there?
performance.
So what you saw earlier. This is what I'm showing now.
Oh, so you
I
guys
told you it was a grower, not a shower.
see him. Actually, roll perception.
Oh,
All of us?
Yep.
God, I hope I see this.
God damn it.
Oh, wait, sorry.
No, you got a 20. It's your first
No.
one, Roy. So Taz and Roy just see a fucking rock hard dick on Kenji.
I think I'm even
Are
grumpier
you
now.
not wearing pants?
No. I can't. I got fur.
So you've been freeballing forever.
Yes.
I feel like I chose the wrong group to be a part of this.
Every now and then I turn around and flash my butt and you see that sack hanging there.
Oh god.
Remember, you were on all fours earlier, so they all
Yeah,
saw
I
the
was.
butthole and nutsack.
Exactly.
All fours and tail high up.
But Taz and Roy, you guys notice that this mountain has a cave at the bottom of it. In the distance.
Did you ever roll a perception?
All of us, but we rolled high. So we noticed your dick in the cave.
Oh, I didn't roll perception.
Yeah, because you're sitting there you're staring at the group. You're facing the other direction. You're facing Roland because she was playing the music.
You're flashing your dick towards us.
I'm flashing. I'm looking at your tits. So
Yeah. Sounds about right. I will say, not D's, not double D's, solid C's.
perfect.
All right. So you guys know that there's a cave down the road. Roy and Taz.
Let's go exploring.
And you'll see. I'm still walking on all four now, but I'm like kind of hunchback because I can't cause it stabbed me in the stomach, so I have to like walk all hunchback.
Or is it dragging on the ground?
No, it's still hard. So no.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, is it straight out, or is it, or you,
Yeah, when I-
or
when
you
I
got a
walk-
reverse gonzo dick that's like punching in the stomach,
Well, whenever
or is it going towards your butthole? You know, actual gonzo dick.
no.
It's straight up like just, it's at an angle.
Yeah, it's like point. It's like that. It's like a horse.
It could be touching the ground.
11 inches, yeah, probably. How tall are you?
7 foot,
I'm 7
so
foot.
3.5 feet off the ground.
Oh god, I
I know.
forgot how tall you
Yeah,
are.
no, he's straight up
He's a 7-foot tall dragon cat.
creating a trench
Freeballing his dick into the ground.
all the way to where we're going.
Well then. I guess we're all very comfortable with each other.
Well, this is like it's like normal thing for Jimmy to get a hard on.
True.
It's like that.
Oh god.
I fucking hate you so much. I hate you so much.
I was like, I know this isn't gonna be anything good.
What did I miss?
Never did I think I would wake up today seeing
Just
a
go into
horse dick.
Discord.
Horses are scary.
It's not something I wanted to look at.
And now you've seen it with the rest of us.
Should have seen me googling it. What else popped up?
Oh. So do you need to like delete your search history now?
Probably.
All right, so what you guys gonna do?
Can I use a medicine check to see if there's any usable parts of the, what do you call it?
The werewolf?
You said the blob rained everywhere. I'm not even going to bother with that.
And the werewolf is unusable because of how Jimmy sliced
You
it.
said just the hide was unusable. He just
Okay.
another-
What are you looking for?
His blood.
I'm just doing medicine check, see what I can't find out about, see if there's anything salvage.
Okay. Ooh. And what kit?
Everything.
What kit do you have?
I have a doctor's kit.
So, I'm guessing in doctor's kit you'd have vials, so you can collect. So if you grab the bone and some blood, you'd be able to synthesize a cure.
Well, I'll be adding that to my inventory.
So you can add a werewolf femur, and we'll say, how many ounces? Do you think 4 ounces of blood? Slit his throat, so it's leaking everywhere.
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah,
say
you
about
probably
4
would-
ounces
It's
is
pretty
pretty
good.
good.
That you know that if you spent time, you can find a cure.
By the way, this is what it looks like if I lay on my back.
Oh my god.
God.
Stop. Really, dude. I hope someone sees your computer and they're like, what the hell?
I hope
That,
you're
pic-
one
that,
wrong
that,
in
picture's,
this guy.
that picture's on my phone.
Oh, Jesus. So,
And
the angle that it's got to be sitting at for it not to touch the ground is 71 degrees, and you would just be tapping the tip against the ground.
so if you ran into a rock,
It would not feel
You'd
great.
be like stubbing my toe.
What you're saying is, it's like in Robin Hood Men in Tights when the sheriff was riding on the bomb site.
Yes.
hey Raz, so with that bone,
Yeah.
you know that the bone marrow could be used to do the cure. But if you don't destroy the bone, that bone becomes a wonderful handle.
Alright, it's slowly getting soft.
That there's benefits to it to making a handle out of it.
Anybody need a handle?
I could use one on my offhand dagger.
Jeremy, you gotta see if you can search this body, see if you can get a fucking bone out of it.
I just want to know what type of wonderful experience I got out of this encounter.
Is that just a medicine check too? Or?
No, you're doing survival because you're trying to skin this thing.
Ooh.
Nope.
Yeah, I got
You just made a bloody mess. You're covered in viscera.
Lovely.
This is fun, guys.
Wait, what are
I
you,
was gonna say,
Roland?
I know a few girls that are into that. So
Roland, what are you? Are you a demon or are you a? What is your bloodline?
Yolan.
oh me, I am. Yeah, I'm a devil. Yeah. Devil.
Roll D100.
Oh boy.
Okay, so that blood, you do not like that blood.
No, I'm not into blood stuff. That's weird.
Yes, but certain blood is used for sacrifices. That
Sure,
blood.
I don't care about that.
Oh, I'm gonna make you. Especially if Jeremy's covered in it. You know what kind of dirty things we can make him do to you? Alright, so what are you guys doing?
Pressing forward.
Let's
the cave
keep
at?
going.
Cave is still at the end of the path. So that's the cave where Jimmy's at. What are you guys doing?
I'm following, of course.
You guys going in the cave?
Following the leader, the leader, the leader. I'll create some dancing lights just like inside of it to
Alright, so who's going in first? Guessing
allow
Yol-
people to see.
I guess Yolan would go in first to give light,
Sure.
and then we'll send the leader. Oh god. Oh god.
Oh no.
It wasn't.
Are you in the cave? Who's in the cave?
I'm on a black screen, but I may not be on my character
I
yet.
think we're all in the top left.
I'm not anywhere.
Ah, I see it.
I'm still staring at the cave. Ah! Loading.
And who's not in there? Is everyone in there?
It looks like it.
I just need to know.
Hey.
Not Jared's fault. Jared's in the front.
Well, Jared's not in there. I gotta delete that from. It's just I clicked the wrong thing and put Jimmy inside of Nick.
Perfect.
So everyone's on the map, right?
Yes.
So you have dancing lights. What does dancing lights give you vision
Oh,
of?
he's really soft now.
Okay.
So I can send him out up to 120 feet. There's 4 little torch-sized lights. And
Okay.
I can move them up to 60 feet to a new point.
With you doing these dancing lights, you notice that you're in a cave system. There's lava, which is this right here. Hello. Oh shit. Hand. There we go. That because this is about. Is this 120? Can someone do the measure? Keep going, so I can see how far.
Oh, there we go. Alright. Now able to zoom out. Oh god.
Okay, so with the dancing lights, you can see footsteps, or not see footsteps. No, you don't see. You can't see the stairs, can you? But you could see what the lava pit makes. Lava pit is a skull on the ground.
I only see.
Well, with the dancing lights, you would be able to see it.
Yeah, I still only see my 45 feet
Well, we'll move up.
or 60 feet.
I can't even see that.
Who's just throwing torches out?
Me. I got 4 of them.
Oh, you want to move them then? Put them where you want.
Maybe.
Are you putting them? Are you using those as your dancing lights?
Yes. But I don't know if they're creating light right now.
They should be.
I only see.
Oh shit! No, I guess not. Is it
I'm only
created?
seeing about 40 feet ahead.
And how many feet is it?
So they act like normal torches.
So 30 by 15.
I can. Yeah. Pretty sure it is.
Apparently,
Each light sheds dim light in a 10-foot radius.
So yeah, 20-foot circle.
And then they all have to be within 20 feet of each other. There.
hold on. I gotta edit one more.
Oh,
The one you're playing with.
sorry.
Can everyone see the torches?
Yep.
Okay. So,
So the next one needs to be up there. There.
and I'm going 2, 3, go this way.
You can go there,
Sure, we'll go there.
and it should be. Yeah, you're still within your 120 feet.
Yep. Yeah, like way into it. And just to note, they are females legitimately dancing.
Like what is that? It's like a little. There's a movie. No, there's a. In what is that DC movie? with Harley Quinn.
Oh,
Justice League.
No,
talking about
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad, where
Yeah, that's what.
Diablo makes the guy or makes the little girl, makes the woman.
Yep. It's just like that.
Okay, so what are you guys doing?
Well, do we see anything between here and that last torch?
I don't know. Do you see anything?
Like on it? No. So, I mean, as far as what's on the map, no. So I'm gonna move up to here. Actually, I'll move up since I don't see anything. I'll move all the way up to the last dancing light. And can't you move these along with us?
Yeah, I can.
But he has to move the last one.
Well, I can move them 60 feet to a new spot, and they have to be within 20 feet of another light.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're gonna have to move the last one first.
Yeah.
And it's only 50 feet from this light to this light.
How far can you see, Jimmy? Because I know you have dark vision.
I can see to this edge right here, whatever this is. Obviously, whatever's here, I can't see past. It's black all through here. It's like there's a wall.
Yeah. So if I took the lights, here, I'm gonna move the lights real quick.
Okay.
I can't see that.
Should be able to, because it should be empty.
Nope, it's black. It's like there's a wall there.
Oh, so it didn't let me transparent it. Okay, never mind. So that's a skull, where that darkness is. Like if you walked around it, it is in the shape of a skull.
Yeah, you'd have to turn off your dynamic lighting for us to see that.
Yeah, I don't want to do that because there's other stuff that has dynamic lighting.
That's totally fine. I'm just letting you know. Or
Right.
you'd have to get rid of the dynamic lighting in that section.
Dynamic lighting. So if you touch the red, let's go ahead and delete.
Aha!
Oh, is
The
there?
lava
Are they?
pit.
Okay.
Don't touch it.
You still got. Yep, there you go. And I kind of seen what was up here, but I hadn't seen it. I was just trying to see what it was. So if you want to reset mine,
Oh,
the fog of war.
all right, hold on. Everyone hold still. There you go.
Hold it still.
Oh, mine didn't reset.
Click reset.
I can still see what's right here.
Reset. There we go. There,
Well,
but
it reset, but for some reason, I can still. Oh, it's probably because my vision and then the lava. Is there light up here?
yes, there is light up there.
Okay, so yeah, I can't see that then.
All right, guys.
Guys, I'm not liking what I see up there.
Does anyone want to do a history check to remember what Anthem said? All right, so you guys remember that there is there is a castle in this mountain. And that was his boss. He didn't tell you who it was, because you guys didn't ask. But you know his boss lives in this castle.
The one that shoved him.
Yep. One.
Basically the one that killed him.
Why did it go quiet all of a sudden? Oh, that's because I hit the volume knob. Alright, so what are you guys doing?
Let's go kill him.
Yeah.
I still can't believe on our Discord it's going to have dicks on it.
I believe it.
Is that what
You make me want to pin it now.
Nope. Ain't happening.
What's not happening?
Penises are gone.
Oh.
I'm gonna stick a dancing light right on the center.
So what do you guys see?
Looks like some kind of
So far, a
set.
circle.
I see some type of circle for doing shit. It's broken, apparently. A broken circle.
Some big statues with weapons.
See, I don't see that. All I see
How do you not see that? Where the hell are you? You should be able to see it.
What I see is it's black anywhere beyond those points.
Huh.
Oh, I see the statue parts of it, but yeah, what I see it's black beyond those points where I drew.
Huh. Okay. Does anyone want to do some perception checks, or what do you guys want to do?
Oh! What happened?
Oh, yeah,
Finally.
no.
Jimmy, where'd you go?
You're gonna have to replace me.
God damn it.
I accidentally hit delete on my character.
Hey.
It got really dark, guys. I really can't see anything.
You suck.
How was I able to delete my own token?
Cause you can edit it. Remember?
Yeah, I know. So I didn't delete everything from.
No, cause I can copy and paste it from another place.
Hey, and I'm back.
Okay, so Roy, you just think they're normal statues. Kenji, you see their statues, but you could care less.
It was really dark for a little bit.
You went blind for a second.
Yeah.
But Taz.
All that blood rushing back from my penis is kind of.
So Raz thinks you could see that these statues are aggressive. But Taz and Roland, you could tell that they're about to swing. Like they're swinging at the door. Like they're in the motion of swinging.
Stand back.
Yeah, get back.
So what are you doing?
Getting back?
Yeah, but they're swinging towards the door.
Yeah, just
So right?
Oh,
Stepping
this
back
you
away
mean.
Yeah, that's the door.
Okay.
Oh.
I see a crack in the door. I see green back there.
Yeah, hold on.
If they're swinging at them.
Yeah.
See it happen.
Yeah. Because there was nothing left of it. It was just sauce and green beans. All right, guys, what are you doing?
See what happens.
You're seeing what happens? There's nothing. They're statues. They're standing there. It's like you and Taz.
Oh, I thought they were like in the motion of swinging at the door.
Yes. So you know, like
They're
when
frozen in the moment.
if you ever saw like the Babe Ruth swinging home runs, right when he steps up to swing, that's where he's at.
Oh, okay.
Both these statues are sitting in that position, but Jimmy does not see this at all.
I'm looking at the ground.
He's like, "Oh, my dick went away."
Is this a big wall right here?
Yeah. Well, it's a ledge, because you guys just went up four stairs.
What are these shiny things over here?
Where? Talking about, that's a light. That's a torch.
Light. Okay.
That
Roll
is
it on. Go ahead.
that is what color to you?
Purple. Well, the torch is red, but there's a purple circle around it.
And Jimmy, you said you noticed what?
I didn't notice anything.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, this crack through the door.
So you notice there's a crack through the door.
So there's light.
So you know the door has a crack in it that you can see through.
Yes.
I'm gonna try to read these symbols and see if I remember what these symbols.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do is look at these tables.
All right, so Roy, you're looking at the symbols, and it is in Draconic, but you can't read Draconic.
I can.
But
I can't.
I'm saying Roy knows that. That's he, depending on what he says.
Hey guys, this stuff's in Draconic. Somebody read this shit.
Uh,
As I was
So at the table that Roy's at, it's in Draconic. You gonna roll your history, Jimmy?
for my table.
Yep.
If I can find it, yeah. Yep.
Yep, they're just a bunch of scribbles.
Looks like a table.
So what is this then in the center of the table?
It's a dial.
I move it.
So.
You move
can
it.
we read
You roll perception.
Move me?
Yeah.
Can I
Eh,
read the Draconic
eh.
one?
And Yolan roll perception too, because of where you're at.
Oh, okay. Like I'm not gonna like fucking just like wee. I'm just gonna like move it a little bit.
So rotating that, you notice the statues kind of wiggle. But you three are not, because you guys are looking at the other symbols. And Taz,
If I move it the other way, does it wiggle back?
it's no, like it wiggles, like it shimmies. Since you said you only touched it a little bit, it shimmies.
I move it a little bit further.
So you notice that the hips and the sword is moving.
It's something we get to control.
Awesome.
So Taz, roll history to see if you remember how to read
I remember how to read.
Draconic.
I can't read mine. I just started playing with the dial.
You can make out some of the words.
I rolled an 8. How could I not make out the words?
You're
Here's one of my luck rolls.
so with your history check, it's not Draconic.
What is it?
You don't know.
I don't know. Oh. So I can read Infernal, Elvish, and Goblin.
What did you
Can I use one of my luck rolls, DM?
wait? Hold on. What did you say, Jimmy?
I can read Infernal, Elvish, and Goblin.
Oh, so since you so roll me another history check. This actually. Oh, so you know it's infernal, and you can't read it.
Okay, that's good enough.
Well,
Hey, this one's Infernal, guys. I can't read it for some reason.
I can read Infernal.
But I know if I move this dial, it makes the statue shimmy a little bit.
Well, let's see what it actually says for like directions and stuff like that. What do I need to read?
These runes.
The runes up there where Jimmy's at.
Yeah. Sorry. I knew that. I meant, what do I need to roll?
I want to touch this one.
Either roll
Is this,
history to make sure
is
you
this,
can
like,
remember.
Is this paper or is this a tablet?
It's it's stone. It's scribbled into the stone on the table. All right. So on the one that's purple, the farthest away from you,
Uh-huh.
it just says rotate me
Uh-huh.
towards me. The other one,
Me towards me.
the other one just says disarm.
Oh.
But she's the only one that knows that.
Alright, I'll rotate the dial towards that symbol.
Well, you realize no matter which way you rotate it towards it.
Yes, but if he said he rotates the dial towards him or towards her.
There's a symbol.
Okay.
So,
So the knight's body rotates. You other three idiots, Raz, Taz, and Roy, roll perception.
Taz is 3.
I mean, you were
Taz.
partly right.
Taz is the only one that didn't see it. But you noticed that when she rotated the dial, the knight's hips completely rotate away from the door and faces Roland.
And then I take the dial and I spin it back really fast the other direction.
You spin it the other direction, you swing and hit the door. It just makes a giant clunging sound.
Well,
Like,
if it ever happened.
You guys play with your dial yet?
now,
Love playing with the dials.
everyone roll perception.
Hey.
Giggity.
Hey, I finally rolled the highest perception.
Waiting for... Who am I waiting on? No one. So, Raz and Yola do not hear the screech of a bat.
Uh-oh.
So you hitting the door, it's just a high-pitched frequency that comes fucking flying out of that little crack.
Uh-oh.
But Yolan and Raz don't hear it.
What if I touch this runic symbol?
Does nothing.
Okay.
Alright, so what are you guys doing down there at the bottom one?
I'm gonna try to rotate mine.
So you're going to rotate it. How are you going to rotate it?
Clockwise.
So you going to... She didn't tell you how to rotate it. So you rotate it clockwise? The knight... Basically, you have him facing the door.
Okay. And now I'm gonna rotate it kind of clockwise. So.
Now he rotates and faces you.
All right. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna have him face the door.
So you rotate it back to the door. Alright. So what are you guys doing? So you have one knight swing back and slam against the door. It did nothing besides make a ring, and then you guys heard something, and the other knight is now just staring at the door.
Oh, we got 2 of them?
Yep.
Oh.
So Taz, with yours, you only made out a few words.
I was going to ask you earlier if I could use one of my luck rolls to try and add to that.
Oh, do you want to?
Yes.
Alright, do it.
I just add a 1d20 to it, right?
Yeah, you basically you re-roll and take whatever one's the highest. Or take whatever one you want.
Okay. That's even worse. Well, I don't know. It says I can spend a luck point to roll an additional d20 to add to it.
It's still not high enough.
It's only 11.
Yeah, it's still not high enough. So, but you know the brown one says dis. The other one's dis, D-I-S. And the purple one says rotate.
Dis, as in like distance?
It's just D-I-S.
Like the other one says disarm.
I don't know if she shared that
Oh, she
information.
didn't. Oh, she probably didn't.
No, she didn't.
I
She just rotated
down
it.
the other way.
So you rotate your knight back towards you. Is that what you said?
Oh, yeah, I was going to say I rotate the dial the other way, but I forgot that Jimmy already did that.
Yeah,
Put my hand on the disarm room.
Jimmy fucking whipped that bitch.
Yeah.
I did like the fucking prices, right?
Like that shit. Whee! I don't know. Place
Big
my
money, big
hand
money,
on
no money.
the rune that says disarm.
Does nothing.
I don't know.
Man, you guys are.
What time is it? I need to get going here soon, though.
Okay. Well,
I'm just trying to get you guys to open the door, and then we
yeah,
can stop from there.
I'm gonna do like you did. I'm gonna spin it quick.
Here,
forward
let's
to
do
the
this
door.
at the same time. So I rotate it back towards me. I tell them to do the same thing away from the door.
All right.
And then on the count of 3, we're gonna fucking zing it back towards the door.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
1, 2, 3, zing! So both of them swing at the door.
So what it does is it clangs against the door. Everyone roll perception. Man, Roy, you don't hear it. Yolan, you don't hear it. But Kenji and Raz, you hear the screech again. But Taz, this screech is, you know, you pissed someone off. You pissed off a creature.
Yeah. So do the runes light up like when we rotate it?
So, I don't know. Roll and tell me. Rotate it and
Roll what?
rotate it and then roll investigation.
Can't say shit. But I still rotate it. I rotate it counterclock or away from the door.
Okay, so now it's facing you, or
Yeah,
facing.
facing me. And I was looking to see if any of the runes lit up. But I don't know if the 9.
You nope. 9 doesn't tell you shit. You're 1 short.
Damn.
Hey, does your guys' runes light up if you rotate it in either direction?
Can I do an investigation check?
Yeah, you gonna rotate it?
Yeah.
So you rotate the knight towards you. And
You know, well,
Taz, you notice that once the knight is rotated facing you guys, it's lit.
Which one?
This one, this rune down here, this purple one, is lit up with the knight facing him.
Hmm.
So the knight is facing this direction right now.
Oh god.
You know, someone knows stuff but doesn't say anything. So
Well, it's looking at me.
Mitch, what did these runes say? Yolan?
One of them says disarm, and then the other one says something about rotating.
The one I'm looking at, it says rotate, and now it's glowing when it's looking at me.
Okay, so I'm gonna rotate it the other way, and then I'm gonna walk up to the door.
okay, so you rotate it back.
To where, all the way to where it would disarm.
So roll a dexterity.
Yeah, saver.
Yep, dexterity save. Oh, sorry, Jimmy. Take a 1d6. You know, when you stepped up to the door, your knight swings and does 6 damage to you.
Oh.
Then the sword then he retracts back to normal position.
So we need to get both the
we disarm them.
to glow.
I ain't doing that again, guys.
So what if we disarm them first?
I rotate this on.
Okay,
Yeah.
roll a strength check.
Who?
Whoever's gonna disarm.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You're rotating him back, and then.
No,
disarm.
his knight is facing him. Strength check of 18. So you get up to the statue and you pop the sword out, and then you hear. Woo, 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 woo.
All right.
Now the sword's laying on the ground.
Cool. All right. You guys want to give it a shot?
I ain't doing it.
And the
I'm gonna
knight,
sit here.
after you pulled the sword out, the knight rotates back to his position with no sword.
I mean, I'm not really that strong, so
I got a 0. Well, I have a 1 sword strength.
Daz, you want to come try to pull the sword of this one?
Or
So, what are you doing?
is the rotate rune glowing on this one?
Well, you know where it's facing because it just struck Jimmy.
I know, but like when we did it, like
Jimmy
it
didn't.
was glowing.
I don't know. Did you ask your companions?
I can rotate it back.
So you're rotating the rune. You rotated the rune.
And now we have to do disarmament. I mean, yeah, I'll give it a strength check.
Yep.
Be-
And you're sitting there pulling on it, and it's wiggling out a little bit, but you can't get it out.
Anyone want to help?
I guess I can.
Ed, did you say that? You have a -2 strength.
Doesn't mean I'm not gonna try.
Well, you don't want a natty 1 this thing.
Please, natty one.
And you would actually go negative, and that would be very bad. Jimmy, do you really move up there again?
Just to disarm it.
All right, Jimmy, you were able to pull this thing out. The sword falls to the ground, and you hear whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah, I wasn't stepping up to the door. I didn't.
I was gonna say, you stupid motherfucker.
It fucking no, it lagged whenever I fucking went to go hit up to it, and it jumped me through that. Oh god. Oh, door open. Hey, would you look at that?
Yeah. Go, the door opened.
Alright. And now we walk.
I mean, something back there is pissed at us, but yay, the door's open.
Can we take a break so I can roll my 1 hit die?
When are you leaving?
Who, me?
Yep.
I need to get ready to leave, so.
So, basically, we can end it right here.
Okay.
Oh god, what is that?
What do you mean, what is that?
Amazingness. That thing that we were pissing off.
What the fuck is that?
That thing that we were pissing off.
By the way, he could definitely see you guys, and he is mad.
That's fine.
Can someone heal me, though, before we get in here and get crazy?
Sure. I'll saxophone it up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you guys want to take a break, we could do... I'll give a short rest, and then next weekend we'll ensue the combat and move on to the next map.
Ooh, I did not perform well though.
I was gonna say, if we do a short rest, I can roll my 1 hit die and see what happens.
If we do a short rest, I can also heal on the short rest.
Ooh, I get my hit points back if we do a short rest.
Okay. Well, then later, guys.
So I'm back at 11. So, yeah, I'll be back. Should be on next Sunday. Yeah, should not be an issue with me. Sunday after that is the one where I might have issues. But that's after Thanksgiving.